How's everyone doing? Look at you. It looks like some of you have joined my live before, so welcome back. So good to see everyone. For those of you who have never been on my live, you put the name of the person you want read in the comments, and then my moderator chooses someone, and then I do one spirit-led. Looks like we're going to start here with Holly, though. We're going to get this party rolling with Holly. She was on really quick. Hello, hello. Holly wants her aunt. All right. Okay, this is one. Holly, please listen up and confirm or deny the information. So what happens, even though I say I am calling up Holly's aunt, I still have them confirm the information so that we make sure we have the right spirit. Just because I call them up doesn't mean that's the one that steps forward. Now, Miss Holly, I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing here. This is one of those times I'm like, what? So let me just tell you. Maybe you can help me out. I'm seeing Marge from The Simpsons. Do you know why I'm seeing that? This is one of those times I really wish you were in front of me so we could go back and forth very quickly. But why, Holly? Am I seeing Marge from The Simpsons? Was your aunt did she, because I don't feel like she liked the show.
I guess she used to be a smoker. Has that voice.
Oh, okay.
But sweet.
Okay. Oh my goodness. You know, and I was honestly stalling a little bit because I was calling her up and I was like, what's going on here? So I was stalling a little bit. That's so funny that she did that. I love it, love it, love it. I hope this is absolutely an indication of how my readings are going to go tonight with funny people. And so when I turned back to her, she's like, yes. Basically, she did it on purpose because she knew it was going to be funny. She's also saying that she was pulling you to your phone. And I knew something weird was going to happen because I had not announced that I was going live. And I should have been on here, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes ago. But my moderator was having a hard time with getting his computer up. So I was just doing laundry, putzing around. So I knew that something funny was going to go with, and she's taking responsibility for that. She's like, yes, I had to get her prepped and up to her phone. So you must have just popped on. She's very much talking about, Miss Holly, that you have been having some financial struggles lately. And she, like, you feel like you're barely keeping your head above water. And she wants you to know that you're going to start seeing a relief to that in about 3 months. So hopefully you know what she's talking about. And she is very much telling you, which I get it. I always say, I'm going to deliver what Spirit is saying. I am on this earth realm. I know the struggles of the earth realm. I tease the Spirit sometimes, like, y'all forget. But she's saying that to not get into the stress of the moments. To every time you write a check, to be thankful. I know, I'm old school writing checks, but every time you pay a bill, even if it's like the last pennies you have, you just start saying, I am so thankful I have the money to pay this bill. Whenever you go to the grocery store and you're buying groceries, I'm so thankful I have the money to buy these groceries, even though it's not as much as you want to buy. And so she's very much talking about walking in the gratitude, and that will get you towards the manifestation of
She
that.
said that her husband's out of town working.
He's what?
Out of town working.
Oh, okay, very good.
Making better money, said we will have more money in 2 to 3 months.
Oh, very good. Very good. So I'm glad that you were able to confirm that before it even happened, because a lot of times I would tell people, email me, confirm this later so that we know, because it's really about me being right. I tease people, but it's true. So she is very much talking about walking to the blessings and being grateful for that, because sometimes if we're just focusing on what's happening right here at this moment, the stress of the moment, then we can get it can kind of get in our head.
She said, we told her that I love her and got her cookbooks back, please.
You know, I will tell her that you love her, but I want everyone to know, everyone listening, that if you want your loved ones to know you love them, just tell them. Just say it out loud, say it in your head. Your loved ones are always around you. And yes, it's fun to come to a medium and have us confirm it. Yes, it's fun to come to us and tell you information that confirms they're around you. Because I don't let spirits just step up and say, tell them I'm around them. They have to prove it to me. They have to tell me something about your life I don't know. And so that's fun. But just know that your loved ones are around you and just talk to them. They can hear you. Ask for signs also. Do that. Ask for signs. If you want to specifically tell your aunt, you know, bring me butterflies. Or bring me dragonflies. But don't make it so difficult that it's horrible for them to try to get to you. Tell them to send you a sign and look for it and accept it. Thank you so very much for letting me read your aunt and kicking us off. Someone on here, thank you for sharing with us all you have learned from your own guides. Thank you. I love that. And it's true. Every day I wake up and I'm in meditation, I tell my spirits to teach me something today. The whole spirit realm is my teacher, because I said, okay, what am I going to learn today? Not a day goes by that when I do readings, that I do not learn something. All right. It's my turn now. This one's going to be... that was Holly. I pulled her off of the thing. My moderator's having a little heart attack over there. He thinks it's his turn. Oh, no. Y'all don't know what just happened here. I heard him go. So he marked someone off the list. Who'd you have? I'll take him. I didn't like that noise. No, I didn't like that noise.
I haven't seen their name in a while.
Let me try anyway.
Casey and cousin Darlene.
Casey, cousin Darlene. We couldn't let that happen, people, because when I heard that sound go across that paper, I was like, ooh, I didn't like it. Okay, Miss Casey, if you are on here, please listen. Okay, very good. Your cousin Darlene. Let's see what we got here. Okay, the second Darlene steps up, I'm feeling for one thing that y'all were raised very close to each other, because y'all feel, yes, I can tell that you were cousins, but you feel more like friends than cousins. Also, I'm feeling that Darlene had something about her hair. She had really pretty hair. It was longer. It was just something about her hair. I just keep focusing on that. It was beautiful hair. Also, she keeps smiling, like she's wanting to draw my attention to her teeth. So she had a beautiful smile. People still talk about her smile. Her smile wasn't fake, and her laughter was contagious, she is telling me. She also had a beautiful personality in that she could be a tomboy, or she could be dressing up and looking all feminine. She could definitely go both ways with that. All right, so Miss Casey, does this fit your cousin Darlene? Wow, that's her. Very good. Thank you. And yeah, I was just turning to thank Darlene. If anyone of you have ever watched me read before, you know I frequently thank spirits for working with me and giving me such great information. So I was turning to her to say thank you. Before I could even get it out, she's like, aren't you going to thank me? She knew I was turning to say that. So that's just part of her personality showing through, that she, I don't even know what's happening in this office tonight, people. I just don't. There's all kinds of, I don't even know. It says something about her personality, that she was funny and she liked to tease. I see a couple of people have mentioned my wings. Those come from Wayfair. I took forever. My wall back here was blank for the longest time. I took forever to find something I wanted. Casey, Darlene is talking about that you yourself are extremely intuitive, and that you need to start listening to yourself and to stop listening to those around you. And I go back and forth on this because I don't want anyone to ever hear a spirit say that and think that they don't have to listen to people around them. But it's kind of like I tell my kids, don't listen. Don't just take everyone's opinion. But make sure you are, if you hear the same information coming from people over and over, do a self-reflection and make sure that you are self-evaluating if there's something in your personality you need to change. But I think you know what she's talking about. She's very much saying that there's something that you want to do, but you're being tugged to really check society's boxes. So make sure you're following your heart and you are living your dreams and going with where your intuition is telling you to go. And she's talking about stepping out in that fear. She is also saying, is the air conditioner in your car broken or something, or do you just like to ride with the window down? Y'all can tell what kind of personality I have, because she's showing me you riding with the window down. And in my head, I'm like, is your air broke? Because the only time I ride with my window down is my air is broke. Because you like to ride with your window down. Thank you for confirming that. I was just thinking, look at Darlene's laughing. She's like, oh my God. She's teasing me. She's saying I'm too prissy. Well, it would mess up my hair. Now, I'm just saying, Casey, if I rode with my window down, it would mess up my hair. Darlene is completely teasing me about that. And so that is one of those times where she said, tell her I'm around her. And I said, prove it. And that's when she showed me you riding with your window down. I don't let spirits just say that they're around you. That's a little bit too general for me. I'm not saying it's wrong. If you have gone to a medium that have said that, I'm not saying that's wrong at all. Just in my own personal practice, spirits have to show me how they're making themselves known in your life, or show me something that I wouldn't know, so that it's proof that they're around you. She's doing this, like, chin up, chin up. That was her. I was about to move on to the next spirit, and she was doing that, chin up, chin up. Thank you so much, Casey, for letting me read Darlene. She did a great job with her information, confirming who she was. And you did a great job of answering in the chat. From what I hear, it's hard to get through. I've never done it, but I know that one of my kids tells me it's hard to open it up, get it typed in, and sent. So I appreciate you taking the time to confirm all the information. And Darlene, you did a good job. Okay, I have a young man stepping up here, and he is, I'm hearing a B name, Benjamin, something like that. Don't start claiming him until I have given all his information. And he was someone who was very respectful. This kid was a gentleman, I will say that, and he's in his 20s. I would say late teen to early 20s. And I know that he's very respectful, because I was about to pull him up, and that's when my moderator like scratched through a name. I was like, no, let me get that name. I didn't like the scratching noise. And he laughed and stepped back when that happened. So this kid has a very good personality, very patient, very kind-hearted. And, you know, I'm feeling that he's telling me that he passed at the hands of someone else. He's also letting me know that when he passed, when his life was taken, it wasn't directed towards him. He had gotten in the middle of something. He was playing peacemaker. He had tried to stop something that was going on, and he got caught in the middle. Okay, so let me recap. If he is yours, please put mine or yes or something like that in the comments. So we have a gentleman here. His name is Benjamin. He passed in his late teens to early 20s. He died at the hands of...
Rose said yes.
Rose. Okay.
She didn't just say yes, she said yes.
Okay. There's commentary going on here in my office. One of my moderators said, she said yes. My other one said, she didn't say yes. She said yes. Okay, Miss Rose. Was this gentleman a friend of yours? Young man. He's so sweet. I was about to say boy, and he rolled his eyes at me. And if y'all have heard me read, you know, if you're in your 20s or 30s, I have kids that age. So you're a kid. And someone real quick. Let me answer this question. I'm new here, these spirit led. We go back and forth. I let my moderator choose one, and then I choose one from spirit. My moderator chooses one, and then I choose one from spirit. And this one I did choose from spirit, and he has been claimed by Miss Rose. Cousin. Okay, very good.
I'm sorry. It's kind of close to me. Could you do a quick psychic? Someone wants to know if their family member is going to pass their MCATs. Do well on their MCATs.
Right.
Not pass.
My moderator just stopped him for a second and wants me to answer a psychic question. Someone wants to know if their relative is going to do well on their MCAT. Are they going to pass their MCATs?
Do well.
I'm feeling they're going to pass. I'm not quite sure how the MCATs work, but I was hearing a squeaking noise, like they're going to squeak by passing their MCATs. Does it matter? Passing is passing, right?
It's a
No.
it's a scale.
It's a scale.
No, that's how you get into med school. Or you school.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's answer this other question. Is their relative going to get into med school? Why did I ask that question? Okay, so I'm feeling that they're not going to get in their first choices. I'm feeling they're going to have to keep trying. So tell him not to give up though, or her, whoever it is, tell them not to give up, to keep trying, because I'm feeling that they're going to be very discouraged and upset the first time around. And I know our first instinct in those situations is to throw the towel in, but I'm getting for them to keep trying. There's one of those, I'm getting that they're one of these people that they're not great at taking tests, but they have a beautiful heart and they would do wonderful in that environment. Okay, so back to Rose and her cousin.
Sorry.
No, we're good. Okay, he is saying that he sees what is being done for him. There has been a memorial set up for him, and he wants to acknowledge that he sees that going on. He is also talking about, you have something, wear something that reminds, in remembrance of him. So that is a sign that he is around you and he sees what's going on. Did someone get a tattoo for him? So I don't know if you can pop that in the chat, please, Rose. Did someone get a tattoo to commemorate Ben here? Also, he wants to acknowledge the memorial, two different things, a memorial, and this also he's showing that someone has gotten a tattoo to commemorate him. He messes with the electricity in his mom's house, so
His sister, dad, and mom and friends did.
oh wow, a whole group of them got tattoos. Very good. Again,
Yes, they started a business memorial.
you know, this kid is such a beautiful soul. It's so sad to see such beautiful souls pass so early. He's giving me a hard time. He's like, you know, that's the way it works. I know. I can still be sad, Ben. I can still be sad. So if his mom believes in mediumship, I always say use free will and determine, because he wants to pass a message on to his mom, but please determine, Rose, if she believes in mediumship or not. We don't want to just go out reading people that don't believe in mediumship. And
She
she
does
doesn't.
believe.
Okay, very good. Yay. He's been messing with the electricity in her house. He's laughing his butt off because he's saying, I'm haunting it. He's not haunting it, but kind of. He's just doing a lot of different things in that house. He's messing with all of the electronics. He's making the house make noise like I'm hearing, but it's not just one kind of noise. I'm hearing pipes bumping, and I'm hearing squeaking floors. He is completely haunting his mother. He said that she was wondering, because she can't feel him anymore. And he's like, so she has to know I'm around. So thank you, Rose, for all the confirmations. You did a really good job. And Ben, you did a really good job too with your information. You did a great job, honey. Okay. I do want to remind everyone on here, anyone listening, that just because you can't feel your spirit anymore doesn't mean they're not around you. And I always say, you can imagine what I do for a living. I constantly have spirits around me. But they're around me so much, I don't feel them and they don't bother me until I tap into them. And so it's the same way with your relatives. If they're around you all the time, then you feel them all the time. And then they just become a part of your air that you breathe. They are just there all the time. And so know that just because you don't feel your relatives around you anymore, they are still there. They're just around you so much. You just don't feel them because it's no different than what your life always is. Okay. Couple of PSAs. I will never direct message you. No. I will never direct message anyone asking for money. No mediums will. No legitimate mediums are going to direct message you. So please don't send anyone any money. Everyone has websites. Mine's Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. It's the only place you can make an appointment. You automatically get a Zoom link, but you also, once you get the confirmation with the Zoom link, there's also a little place that you can reschedule if you realize your original time's not going to work for you. So you're not just bound to that time. Also, I'm offering a couple of classes. If anyone wants to learn mediumship, I have an intro to mediumship class coming up, and I have also interviewed a couple of my past students, and they're on YouTube. So make sure that you can you go and listen to that if you're interested on what it's like to take a class from me. I've interviewed a couple of my students. I have a more advanced circle. If you've had any reading experience at all, there is a circle I'm offering. If you've ever sat in a circle, how a circle works is you show up on Zoom, and then we talk about a technique that we're going to practice where it's double linking, or if it is forced connection, something like that. And then you pop into a Zoom room and you get to practice. And then you come back to the main Zoom room, and then you're broken out into a break room. So that's the way a circle works. All right, those are my PSAs. Back to reading. Do you have someone?
Chef Angel 1728. Brother Allen.
Chef Angel, you said?
Yeah, I didn't get to look at the name.
Okay, I just want to make sure I heard that right.
Okay.
Okay, Chef Angel, if you're on here, Chef Angel.
Chef.
I swear you put some extra letters in there.
Okay, Brother Allen, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, Brother Allen, forced to be reckoned with for one thing. He steps up, he is in jeans, but for whatever reason, he's drawing my attention to the fact his jeans are dark. He's not wearing the faded, like holy jeans. They're not distressed. He is very much wearing dark jeans. He has a belt on. He has a button-up shirt that is tucked in. He has light brown hair. And he's saying he dressed for the occasion, because all of a sudden I started smelling this aftershave. I was like, what are we doing here? And he dressed for the occasion. So he's letting me know that he dressed up to come here tonight. And did you ever tease him when he would get dressed up to go on a date, or when he would get dressed up to go somewhere and that he would put cologne on? Because it's a bit much, this cologne he's wearing. Okay, Chef Angel, are you still on here? Confirm or deny, or we'll, hello everyone, good to see you.
He was a chef in past. That was the response. Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. He's making me feel like there was like some questions around his passing, and that he had some underlying health issues. Some that people weren't aware of. And in the way he treated his body, those underlying health issues were made worse. He is saying, he was showing me cooking. I was like, what are you doing? And he instantly just gave me a knowing. It's clear cognizance. It's called clear knowing. And he said, tell her nice try. Have you been trying to recreate some of his recipes and you haven't been able to do that? He's very much telling me, nice try. Teasing you. He was a chef, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I see that. So have you been trying to recreate some of his recipes? And he was just telling you, nice try, because this guy had such a gift. He could just throw a couple of ingredients together and it would taste like the most beautiful meal ever. And he just had such a huge passion for it. He is... Does someone have angel wings tattooed in his remembrance? He's showing me a tattoo and it looks like angel wings. So again, when people show me that, it is something that I wouldn't know.
He is my chef and will be an angel now forever.
Oh, you do have a tattoo of wings?
I do.
Okay, very good. So that is just a sign that he is around. Again, he is absolutely around you, and he is telling you to slow down and process. And I asked him what he meant by that, and people have underestimated the effect that his passing had on you. And y'all had such a connection, and yes, we're all affected whenever we lose someone, but there are other people that they understand, like your parents, and there's someone else really close to him, and he's showing that people are constantly, I'm sorry for your loss, I'm constantly for your loss.
20 years ago, he was my only sibling.
And like you were kind of pushed to the side, and people have not really understood the effect that that has had on you. And he's saying it's never too late to process. So also, I want to run, this is not only for you,
He was 27, I had to take care of both parents.
but it is also for everyone else on here. There are certain triggers that will happen throughout our lives. Like you will lose someone and you start grieving. And you feel like that you've gotten better. Oh my goodness, I can live with this. I can breathe again. And you've processed some of that grief. And then you'll get a trigger. It could be anything. It could be your parents getting sick. It could be getting married. It could be having a child. Something will happen in your life that will trigger the grief. I don't care if it's been 10, 15, 20, 30 years. You can have your grief triggered and it comes back up and feels fresh again. And make sure that you are giving yourself permission to grieve. You are not judging that process, and you are very much giving yourself permission to walk through those feelings. You want to make sure that you are processing those feelings, you're naming them, and you're not just brushing them aside and brushing them aside. And if you don't feel comfortable telling someone about it, journal about it. Just get them out. Journal, journal, journal. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your brother here. He was a joy. Oh, apparently I'm doing psychic. If y'all could be in my office right now, I just like, this person tell me to do this one. She's giving me, yep, just a little puppet right here. Just kidding. Okay. Michelle in Virginia. Oh my goodness. Is your daughter having a boy or a girl? I'm feeling a girl. Do not decorate a nursery on my account. Okay. I want to answer this question that I just saw pop up. And I'll continue with these psychic. Someone just asked, excuse me. Someone just asked how my intro class works. It's a 4-week class, and we start out, I taught college for 20 years. So I can teach, if I know it, I can teach it, and I know mediumship. So you build a strong foundation. And so what happens is we go through the first week, we just kind of ease into it. I give you some lessons, some homework to do, a couple things to do at home. The next week, then I start assigning partners. And so you sit in class. demonstrate for you what we're going to learn that week. We talk about what we're going to learn. You're sent home. You're sent home with a personal exercise every week, and then you're assigned a partner, and you do an exercise with your partner. And it's a beautiful thing. I just love it. This last time, there's someone named Dee who took my class. You can go and watch her interview. And I was so surprised that she was so surprised she brought through a spirit. I was like, of course, yes, it is via Zoom. You are actually, when you register for the class, you're automatically sent all the Zoom links. However, they're resent to you the day of the class. Okay, Maria, did my mom forgive me before she crossed over? Absolutely. Absolutely, your mom forgave you. Michelle, 4174, daughter's new baby? Hobby? What is it? Hobby.
Baby.
Interest be beneficial for her. Yes. You know what, Michelle, I am so happy. I don't know if you pushed your daughter into getting this hobby or she did it. But the second I got the word right and read hobby, my chest just kind of relaxed. Like, that is such a good choice for her. Danielle Jackson, will I have another baby? I am not currently feeling that you will have another baby. But mediumship is never 100%. Please do not take what any psychic medium says as the law. Manifest something different if you would like it manifested. Karen Sue, will I get into a different house within a year? Yes. Leanna Love 29, will I be having a boy or a girl? I'm feeling a girl. Feeling girls tonight. Kevin, will I be successful in my career? You know, Kevin, I am absolutely feeling you're going to be successful. I am feeling that there's going to be a transition that you're going to have to walk through, and it's going to take you a minute to get your footing. But after that, you're really going to take off. You know what I also just heard? Kevin, you thought I was moving on, didn't you? That whatever job, like the first job you get isn't one that you're going to truly love and feel passion for, and there's going to be another one you want. But I'm hearing succeed in the one you have, and you will get offered the one you want. Jessica Charlotte, will my cousin's trial go well for her? I'm feeling it will, but not as good as everyone wants it to, but I'm feeling it's going to go pretty well for her. Emperor, L-I-C-H.
I'm not looking at it.
Will I be able to have a baby naturally? You know, I'm feeling iffy energy on that. So, let's see, maybe what you call naturally and what I call naturally are two different things. Because I'm feeling like you're going to have to take a little bit of medication, but you're still going to have a baby, and to me that's natural. But you must not call that naturally. I think you're going to have a little bit of help, but it's nothing going to be major. Taylor Nicole, am I pregnant? I am not feeling that you're currently pregnant. It says that you're getting discouraged. Don't get discouraged, honey. Every time you feel that moment of discouragement coming up on you, as much as you can, just picture yourself holding a beautiful baby and attach that feeling. Like, imagine what it would feel like and just walk into that feeling. Manifest that. Badgers 01, will I find love this year? Next year. I'm feeling next year. Virginia, is my husband cheating? So whenever I have someone ask me those questions, if their husband is cheating, you're asking me for a reason. If you weren't already thinking it, if you weren't always already being pulled intuitively in that direction, you wouldn't be asking me. Now, I always say listen to your intuition, especially if you feel like you are being gaslighted. Have y'all ever been gaslighted? You know what that feels like? Let me tell you what it feels like. And you can identify it. It's like you know something in your soul. Your soul is screaming this information at you. And you go to someone and you ask them, are you cheating? whatever it is. Are you doing drugs? Are you drinking? Or whatever the question is. And they say, no, you're crazy. And it just makes you more angry because your soul is screaming, I am right. And they are just at you. Nope, you're crazy. You're crazy. You don't know. You don't know. But you do know. That is what gaslighting is. There's a different feeling to gaslighting than when your partner is being honest with you. Someone on here said, I wish I'd never been gaslighted. Way too much, in my opinion. You know, isn't that the truth? And that is honestly what what people fight against the most when they're learning to talk to their relatives or learning mediumship, is because it diminishes your trust in yourself. And once someone diminishes that trust in yourself, it's so hard to get it back. Also, the problem with gaslighting is even if the relationship goes on, you're never going to feel the same about the person. They kill love in you that you can never recapture. So that's my bit on gaslighting. I see it so much. Probably because of what I do. All right. Is it my turn or your turn?
Yours.
Okay. He says it's my turn. Okay. Who we got here? We're going back to mediumship. Okay, there is a lady stepping up, and this lady loved horses. She rode. It was her therapy. I'm sorry, I was trying to catch her name. I don't know why I missed it. I'm hearing an S name. Sarah, or a C, but it says like Sarah, Sybil. I'm hearing a name. She is, okay, and she rode horses. She had horses. She died of cancer. And this lady was, man, she liked her horses more than she liked kids. I mean, people, not her kids, people. She was absolutely beautiful, and she was just one of these natural beauties who just threw a hat on, hair pulled back, went out, took care of her horses. Just beautiful. She was young when she passed. Not real young. How old were you? I'm feeling late 50s, early 60s. Okay, so let me recap this, and we'll see if she matches anyone on here. If she is yours, just put mine or yes, something like that in the comments. Okay. This lady passed in her late 50s, early 60s. I'm feeling cancer. She loved horses. She liked these horses more than people. I'm hearing an S name like Sarah, Sybil, something like that. Or a S. I know Sybil is an S always, but it's this name. I don't know why she's showing me snakes. She was deathly afraid of snakes. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but she had shown me the snake several times. I was like, why are we looking at a snake? So she was deathly afraid of them. So does this lady fit anyone? I haven't seen anyone claim her yet.
Haven't seen a yes or...
Okay, we are going to park her right here. Y'all know my parking spot. My parking spot is right here. And she will be parked until she's claimed. We'll bring her back up off and on.
I think I know the answer to this question. Supernatural Girl wants to know, can her 12-year-old daughter take your class? She seems to have a gift. She talks to, and she sees and talks to spirits.
Okay, so,
Supernatural Girl.
yes, it is. Someone on here was asking if their 12-year-old daughter could take my class. It's just really young. It's too young to take that kind of class. It's not too young to have them tap into their intuitive ability. What I encourage people to do that want to know is I encourage the parent to take the class and then give the information to their child. They just really need a parent to be able to determine what is best for their child. So yes, Mom, you take the class, and I don't care if you're saying that you can't read spirits. If you take my steps, you can absolutely read a spirit. You do my steps, you can read a spirit. And then I do send out the handouts. The classes are recorded, so if you can't make it to one, you can listen to the recording later. Okay. Your dad just left. Do you have some? Oh, here. Let me pull someone.
He left me on.
Okay, Miss Casey. We're gonna try to pull up your mom, Debbie. Instantly, Casey, when I said we're gonna try to pull up your mom, Debbie, I'm seeing jewelry. I don't know who you. Yes, Casey, Debbie. She was on here. You didn't. Okay. You left me.
I'm sorry, what's the screen name?
Casey, if you're on here, please. Yeah, right there.
Is
Right.
it Cassandra?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. My moderator, someone came to the door and he left me, so I was like, okay, let's pull a Casey Debbie. He's like, what's her screaming name? I have no idea. But she's already confirmed the information and everything. All right. So, are you wearing that jewelry right now, or do you just wear it all the time? Because I feel like you're very attached to that jewelry your mom gave you, and that it's worth a lot of money, but it has a lot of sentimental value. And I just feel you touching it and thinking about her frequently. Your mom is showing me that you have just been working out. She was showing me a lot of things around that she's around you. I was like, oh my goodness, you wear it all the time. Yeah.
Yes, I wear it all the time, yeah.
You know, that is me learning it in my class. Psychometry is whenever you have a object and there's energy left behind. And so if you ever want to be close, if you're feeling like I just need something to feel closer to my past relative, get one of their objects that was theirs, and it holds their energy. You miss your mom so much, Casey, and you talk to her all the time, and she's saying that she wants you to know that she hears you. And y'all were friends, and y'all had fun together, and y'all had a beautiful relationship. She's also showing me, I was trying to determine why. She's showing me roses, like a rose bush, and I wasn't quite sure. Someone on here asked me if, they said they're intuitive, have you tap into it by taking classes and practicing?
Cassandra?
Yeah.
She said yes, very much.
And so I'm not sure if you know what this. Yeah, I know. When your mom said that, I just kind of tapped you, and it's just, I can feel it in my heart. She is telling you that you have done a really good job. Like, there are certain things that you have tried to not take her place, but you've tried to keep going in her absence. And she wants you to know how proud she is of you and that you have done a really good job. She's also wanting you to know that her send-off was beautiful. That's what she said. My send-off was beautiful. And something about the roses there, that's where the roses are coming into play. You had just some gorgeous roses. That's her send-off. And she is, she loved him. And she's saying, yes, you will get better, honey. So you must be asking yourself that, if am I going to get over this? And she didn't say you're going to get over it, because you cannot get over grief. You can process it, but it always is going to live with you. Just learn to live with it easier on some days than others. And she's like, yes, honey, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. The grief from losing her is so deep that you have wondered that if you're going to survive it, if you're going to be okay. And your mom's like, no, she's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. Let her know that. And you're doing a good job. Thank you so much, Casey, for letting me read your mom, Debbie. She did a really good job. You did a good job of confirming. I very much appreciate that.
I have a random question. If someone only has, these are my words, of what
Okay.
they said. If someone has only a faint memory left of someone else, is it harder to connect?
Okay. My moderator said someone wanted to know if you only have a faint memory of someone, is it hard to connect?
Is it harder to connect?
So I usually can tell you right off how the spirit presents if you don't have a faint memory, because they will pop in with something. There's a couple of different ways that spirits do that, but the spirit knows what you're going to identify them with. That's the reason I don't bother like pressuring the spirit for information. They're going to give me what they need to give me. So they will either step up with a name, they will step up with a picture. Like if there is a picture that you have that you've looked at them, they will drop that picture into my head and I will tell you. They're showing me a photograph of themselves that you have looked at recently and this is what is in the picture. Or I will say, he has a grandfather energy and he is telling me that someone in the family is named after him or someone in the family has his middle name. They will tell me, their occupation. They will tell me something that you will be able to identify. Hope that answers your question. Lots of people on here asking if, I've heard a couple of people say, am I intuitive? Am I an empath? And I would say everyone in the world is intuitive and is an empath. Every human walking on this planet. My own personal opinion, I do not think psychic mediumship, I do not think I'm special because I do this or I'm any different. I tap into heaven. God would not have put certain people on this earth with the ability to tap back into their home, which is heaven, without giving it to everyone. Now, are there Michael Jordans of it? And then just some people playing on the court? Absolutely. But everyone has the ability.
Look at you with the sports reference. And you get it right, too.
My moderator is doubting me.
Another question.
Yes.
I don't have the specifics. Does he blame me for his passing?
No. Someone said I don't know, my moderator didn't have the
Does he
specifics.
blame me for his
Does he blame me for his passing? No. Someone says spirits feel love, so what do they do when they see us cry? They hug you. They hug you. Okay. Is that all the questions?
I have quite a few written down.
Well, I thought there was like some brief questions I was going to ask. I didn't know we were getting in.
If you wanted to keep going, I can just keep writing until you're
Okay.
ready. You can do another person, then I'll keep writing.
Okay, so right now, I'm going to ask everyone on here real quick. Amy Nurse just put on here that her whole house has COVID and just asking for prayers. So anyone on here that sits in meditation or that says prayers, when y'all do that next, I want y'all to just think of that name, Amy Nurse, and then picture the name in your head and it on a house and just surround that house with some healing love and energy. Love is how you heal, and so you kind of send loving energy to that house, and we're hoping that your people get better soon. Okay. Do I just pull up? Is it my turn?
Sure.
Okay, very good. Okay. Don't y'all love it when I do that? Like, okay, y'all know I'm seeing something weird. I'm like, let me just tell you. I'm hearing a grandmother energy. I feel a grandmother energy coming up. And there is a D name associated with her. I'm not convinced it's her name, but I'm feeling there is a D name associated with her. Like a Dolores, Donna. No, not Donna. Scratch that. But a D name. Okay. I'm also, what got me is she is wearing rain gear. She has rain boots on and a raincoat, and she has a flashlight. So, Rain. I'm making notes so I don't forget what I've said, because I say it and then I forget it and I'm like, what did I say? And she's really playing with this flashlight. So, grandmother energy, there is a D name associated with her. I'm not thinking it's her name, but there is a D name around her. Like one of her children or someone on here that has a D name. And she's showing me rain gear, and she's really messing with this flashlight. Like at first she was showing me she's in this rain gear and she's walking with this flashlight. And then she's like playing with it. Someone said mine.
See if Melissa Ratliff.
So, Miss Melissa, this is one of those times. I wish that we were doing this Zoom so I could say, what the heck is this rain gear and this flashlight? Because that's what happens. You come to me for readings and I say, okay, this is what I'm seeing. What does it mean? Because it's crazy. And then, of course, my client will laugh.
Trick or treating.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's actually cool.
That is cool. My moderator said, oh, that's actually cool. That is cool. I love that. And so once you said that, she like started just busting out laughing and took all that gear off. This lady was so fun. I hope my grandkids think I'm that fun. She said, your grandmother, so she would also be very, someone just said they have a reading booked August 4th. I'm excited to see you. Yes, yay, yay.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. I'm excited to see you, honey. This lady would have been very encouraging. Your grandmother is all about just encouraging people, bringing out what is best in them. She is, because she was saying, when I said, oh, I hope my grandbabies think I'm that fun, she says, you're not me, but they love you for you. So that tells me so much about her personality. And that's what happens a lot in her, in my readings, is that spirits' personalities come through so they feel like they're around you. She's also telling me that you smell your grandma sometimes. So just know that when you walk into a room and you smell her, that you really are smelling her. She's making her presence known. Her name, it's called clairalliance. Clear, smell, and it's just a way of spirits letting themselves be known.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thank you for confirming, Melissa. Yes, yes. And it's because you were wondering where she was. I hear you saying, Grandma, why haven't you visited me? Where are you? Are you okay? She's also letting you know that she must have had mobility problems towards the end of her life, because she gave me my sign for, I can move again. I'm free. I'm free. And I don't know if you and your grandmother talked about heaven, because she is saying, tell her it's better than what we even thought. You can have unlimited beauty over here. And she's not talking about physical beauty. She was putting beauty, and she just popped like all the landscapes. Your grandmother just really adored trees and beach. She just loved nature, and she's just very much talking about that you can have it unlimited over there. You can manifest whatever you want.
She had Alzheimer's.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No more, though. No more. She says, no more. I am healthy. I am whole. And I am with your grandpa. So her hubby must be over there. Thank you so much for letting me read your grandma. She was excellent, Melissa. You did a great job of confirming her information. And your grandma did a good job of bringing it through. And it's another one of those times where I was like, oh my goodness, I don't even know what I'm seeing here. But you did a good job of confirming. And your grandmother did a good job of bringing it through. Okay, psychic. Apparently I'm doing psychic.
Someone's on here from South Africa.
South Africa. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go on a safari. My moderator, husband, isn't so sure. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to go next year. This year I went to Ireland. Okay. Elena Mango, am I going to have a baby? Yes, ma'am, you most certainly are. Miss Chica 2000, will I get a job that's a better fit within the next 60 days? You are not with, I'm not, I'm feeling it's going to be on the cusp of 60 days. Like, so at the 60-day point, don't write it off. If it's not, you don't have it by 60, you're going to get it shortly thereafter. Isabel, will my current struggles resolve soon? Okay, let's break down soon. Will they be resolved in a month? No, 2 months. I'm feeling 2 months, a couple of months, honey. Emma, am I making the right choice leaving? I'm feeling a lot of positive energy directed to that. Dakita Marie, will my disability go good for me? I'm not feeling a lot of positive energy in that. I'm like, so something is missing. You're going to have to work extra hard on that. Casey Zapito, will my husband get approved at the consulate appointment? Yes! I'm feeling a lot of positive energy. Oh my goodness, how exciting. I just felt a ton of positive energy. Congratulations. You know, that reminds me, I'm sure y'all want a story. I had done a group reading around here, and I don't remember readings. Most mediums don't, because we don't think the information, we just bring it through. So at this reading, apparently I had read this gentleman and his grandfather had come through, and this guy had just, I said, oh, he's saying congratulations on the job, and he had just interviewed for a new job that day. So I didn't hear from him again. Well, I was reading at a local metaphysical store, and he got a reading from me and said that he had gotten the job that his grandfather said he had gotten. So I'm telling you that, so you know I'm accurate on that. So you can start celebrating now. But also send me an email when it actually happens. I want to know for sure. Okay. Tessa Assort, will my daughter find her life partner? She will. Tell her to be patient. Work on herself, I'm hearing. Work on yourself. Bella Marie, will my current money struggles resolve soon? I'm feeling that you're going to have to dig out on that one. It's going to be a little while. Laura Marchese, is Mikey my soulmate? Okay, I'm not feeling that he's your soulmate, but let's ask a better question. Are you supposed to be with him in this lifetime? Yes. Desiree, will I be a mom? Yes, you will be. And you're going to be a good one. Peyton, will I get hired with a new department this year? Yes. It's spelled differently. Mystery 8369, will I open a new business? You know, I'm feeling a little positive energy in that direction. That tells me that you need to row the boat more. Like there's positive energy headed in that direction, but you just kind of need to row the boat. Make it happen. Sienna, will I struggle to have kids? No, I'm not feeling that. Tori, will I get into a relationship soon? Okay, let's break down soon. In the next 3 months. No. In the next 6 months. Yes, I'm feeling you'll be in a relationship within the next 6 months, Tori. Short and Lynn, is my father sorry for what I am feeling, yes. I don't know what it was, but I'm feeling huge sorrow over that. Anna, will I get a better job? I'm feeling you will, but it's not going to be soon. A baby, how will my MRI go on Friday? Okay. Is she going to have a positive result on the MRI? Is it going to be positive, like a good positive result? Yes. I'm feeling the MRI is going to go well. I just saw one go by. Will I sell my house soon? Let's break down soon. In the next 2 months. Yes. Yes. You know, when you ask questions like that are ambiguous, like soon, it's just hard because my soon might not be your soon. So that's the reason I always say, okay, let me see if I can get some time frames going on here. PSA, I will not direct message anyone. Please, please, please do not Venmo or send anyone any money. I was about to say I won't be friendly, but I might friend you. But just know that I have this one account. I keep reporting the scammers, and it doesn't seem to be going away quickly. I have the one account, but don't Venmo any mediums any money like that. We all have legitimate sites that we book through. Also, I have a couple of classes coming up, just so y'all know. Intro class, I can teach anyone to read a spirit. And there is a mediumship, like one more advanced. If you've ever read someone, if you've ever just taken a class, read some books and practice with your friends, then you can sit in the circle. There's a circle. The circles are so fun. They are, because they're fast paced and there are a lot of practice, and it's a safe environment to practice in. People, sometimes you're afraid to be wrong. No, it's a safe place to practice. So on the circle, you come, we talk about something are we talking about double linking that week? Are we talking about forced connections? Just whatever it is. And then you popped into a breakout room with a partner. You practice. And then you come back into the main Zoom room and ask questions. I'm booked with you August 2nd. Will my published company be successful? Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you August 2nd. Will your publishing company be successful? I'm actually very excited for that. I feel a lot of positive energy in that. You have to remind me of this in the appointment, because I will forget by August 2nd. I know I will. You have to remind me of this. I'm going to talk some more about that. Okay. Do you have someone?
Caitlin, Grandma, Mary Ruth.
Oh, I love that name, Mary Ruth. Okay, Caitlin, your grandma, Mary Ruth. Okay, so for those of you listening, if you've never seen me read before, I always ask the person I'm pulling up to confirm or deny the information. Just because I think I'm pulling up Mary Ruth does not mean that's who I have. When I was calling up Mary Ruth, she was showing me she liked candy. I don't know why she's showing me a candy bar, but she liked candy. She's showing me. Also, Caitlin, have you or someone really close to you lost a baby recently? Oh, maybe not recently, but your grandma is saying that she has a baby, and this was a baby who never took a breath on this earth, which could be a miscarriage or abortion. I don't care which one it was. Spirit doesn't care. I know that's a very controversial opinion right now, but anyway. There you go.
Yes, my sister.
Okay, very good. Please let your sister know that your grandma has that baby. Just like I have the baby. Very good. Grandma did a good job, man. She's kicking butt over there. So either she's been watching me a lot, or you've had a reading before, because she says, I've been practicing, but I got the feeling it's just that she's been watching me a lot so that she could prepare for this very moment. Caitlin, she's also talking about whoever you're dating, married to, your significant, your partner. She's talking about your partner she absolutely adores. Is she telling you you're going to start seeing someone? Another one of those times I wish you were sitting in front of me. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. I need some juicy details, Miss Caitlin. Your grandma is also wanting to say how thankful she is of your support for your sister. You and your sister are thick as thieves. And she is very much talking about how much she loves y'all's relationship. And that even when y'all disagree, even when you aren't getting along, you still just have huge, mad respect and support for each other.
I am with someone.
Okay. Your grandma really likes him. I'm feeling like she's saying that like that because there's something that has been bothering you, like you're getting bored with the relationship. There's something off that you've been feeling with the relationship, and she's encouraging you to work through it. Your grandma is also wanting to take me to a picture on the wall. So there is a picture that you have that reminds you of her, and that you have to straighten every once in a while. Have you noticed that picture on your wall just will randomly be crooked? That's your grandma. That's very funny that she would use that as a sign that she's around. And you know, I was telling her, and I'm having this side conversation with your grandma, saying, Grandma, how is she supposed to know that's you? That's not that's not a normal sign. I mean, normal signs are like birds, butterflies, dragonflies, you know, something like that. Something normal. No. Your grandmother, she wants to move the picture on the wall. And I was like, that's just weird, Grandma. And she's saying that she was doing it because she knew. She's like, I knew she was going to get a reading. I knew she was going to get a reading. And you were going to tell her. So, Miss Caitlin, that's your grandma messing with that picture. She's also saying that she's given the feeling you have been thinking about going back to school. And she wants you to pursue your dream. Like you're holding yourself back. And she's like, no, pursue your dream. Pursue your dream. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Thank you, Miss Caitlin, for letting me read your grandma. She was a joy. Very beautiful lady she is. Is it my turn or yours? My turn?
It is your turn.
All right.
Somebody, before you start, I tried to book with you 3 times and it keeps freezing. So my spirit, I think, is always a hold. I'm not sure if they're having
Okay, someone says that
issues booking on your site.
they were trying to book on my site and it's freezing. So is it all like just right now you tried booking a couple of times in a row, it was freezing? Because I haven't had anyone having that
It just
issue.
keeps freezing on me. I've tried 3 times, August 2nd and 6th.
August 2nd is full. Or I think it's full. It wasn't. It was full unless someone has, because I told you how people can like move appointments. So when you book an appointment and you get the Zoom link, you also, there's a little button on there that says reschedule in case, you know, a couple of days out, you don't know. You're booking these appointments 3 weeks out. You know what's going to happen. So there's a reschedule button on there just in case a couple of days out you realize, oh my goodness, I can't make my appointment. I'm sorry, I was just going to my website here to see what's going on. Let me see.
She just said okay.
Let's see. Book a reading. Let me book a reading with myself.
Is the second full?
The second is not full. The third has 1 appointment. No, the second.
Every time I go to PayPal, it goes all the way through and then freezes once I go to pay.
I wonder if that's a PayPal issue, like if you're having problems with PayPal.
I had PayPal issues yesterday.
Oh, you were having PayPal issues. So that sounds more like a PayPal.
I was having PayPal
Oh, apparently my husband was out shopping yesterday because he says, I was having PayPal issues.
It was doing the same thing.
I don't know what he was doing. I was out having pedicures and hanging with my grandbaby, so apparently he was home shopping. So it sounds like it's a PayPal issue. PayPal's having some issues. But apparently I'm not booked on the 2nd. Got some appointments out there. All right.
It's you.
Where was I going with this? Was it me? It was me, wasn't it? Okay. I have a grandpa energy stepping up. Actually, I have 2 grandpas. Y'all have to separate, and one of you come forward, please. Okay, the grandpa who stepped forward, he's wearing a suit. Why are we wearing a suit? He was at a church. He was a pastor. Well, let me say, I don't know if he was a pastor. He was a leader in the church. He was from the South. And he is a black gentleman. This church always was reaching out to others. This church had a very great way of reaching out and bringing people who are not normally welcome in churches to church. Yeah, I know this is one of those things where I was asking him for a name. I've gotten a name every single reading tonight. And for whatever reason, when I was asking him his name, I was just kind of getting dead energy there. He's really identifying with being a pastor. Thank y'all for the gifts. Okay, Grandpa Energy. He is a black gentleman from the South. He was a pastor, a leader in a church. He is showing me his church did a very good job of bringing through, I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a minute, bringing through people off the streets. This church was somewhere that was in a lower income area. He loved their potlucks, he's showing me. Lots of potlucks. This church had potlucks all the time. This church was also wood and white. It wasn't brick. Not brick. And he's being very specific. A white wood church. Okay. If this gentleman fits anyone on here, please put a mine or a
Yes.
yes. Who said that?
Just put yes.
Oh, put yes. Put yes or mine, something like that in the comments. Okay, so let me recap this gentleman. He's a grandpa. He's a pastor, a Grandpa Energy. He is a pastor. He always wears suits to church, very dressed up. He's a black gentleman from the South. His church was very much...
Somebody said Honey Rider might be claiming it.
Honey Rider, are you claiming this gentleman?
I haven't seen Honey Rider.
Honey Rider?
Honey
Yes.
Rider, yes.
Okay,
There
very
it is.
good. Thank you. I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah,
calling you.
and yes.
I'm sorry, we missed that earlier. I knew Honey Rider. Oh, you asked for him. Very good. Very good. I was going to say I knew he belonged because he wasn't going. I was about to push him to the side and he did his feet like this at me, which wasn't rude. It was just a sign in spirit of I'm not moving. My person is here.
Her name is Samantha.
Samantha, do people call you like a double name, just want to say like Sammy Joe or Samantha, like people call you a double name. And that's just a sign that he is around. He sees what's going on and not something I would know. He is talking about that, Samantha, you've just had so much in your life, like you've had to deal with a lot of things, and you just keep putting that smile on and keep charging forward. And he wants you to know that it doesn't matter what other people are saying.
My family called me Vicky, but my name is Samantha, but a lot of my family didn't know my real name.
What do they call her?
Vicky?
Okay.
My family called me Vicky, but my name is Samantha.
Okay, I knew it was something about that name. And there's a story there. See, this is another one of those times. We should be zooming so I could get in this story. They called you Vicky. Okay. I knew it was something about that name. And he's very much something as like some people in your family, he's saying, don't believe in you, don't believe what you're saying has happened, something like that. And he is saying, you stand in your truth. It doesn't matter what they are saying. You know what happened. You know what you're saying is a truth, and stand in that. You have actually done a very good job, he is saying, of self-healing. And you also do a very good job of getting rid of the religious trappings and looking to God, looking for source for your comfort and for direction. You're extremely intuitive. You do a very good job of tapping into who you are at a soul level and stepping into that. Even I have not tapped into a lot of people, Samantha, that do it so well. You will step out in fear in a heartbeat. People think when other people are charging forward and they're following intuition that they're not scared. Yeah, they're scared. They're just stepping out into the fear. You do a really good job of that, Samantha. Good job. Your grandfather is also saying that to slow down. He's showing me you are, and there's there's an intersection that you travel frequently, and you have to really gun it to get on there. But I see and it's something about your shades. Are your shades, do they kind of slide down your nose? Because your grandfather is showing me you have shades on, but they kind of slid down your nose, and you're like looking, and they're taking off and going. And it's a sign that he's around you, but he's also telling you to slow down. You're going to get a ticket, and he said that you don't have ticket money. Oh my goodness, what's your grandpa doing here? Is that true? Is that true, Samantha? You don't have ticket money? I don't either. Nobody has ticket money. It's such a waste.
Yes.
Grandpa's got jokes. You gotta love it when your people come back from the dead to give you a hard time and to tease you. All right. Thank you, Miss Samantha Joe, for letting me read your grandpa. You did a really good job.
Chastity?
You might want to take this, actually.
Okay.
I almost filled a page, so.
Apparently I'm doing psychic.
You have pages?
I have a page and a half.
Oh, a page and a half. Wow. Okay.
Thank you. Can we Zoom sometime? Yes, give your side a little time.
Absolutely, you can Zoom sometime. Appointments are booked on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. And when you book, you're automatically sent a Zoom link.
Only there.
Yes, only on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. And there are several different options. And I just added a 15-minute appointment because sometimes budgets are just really tight and there's just that one person you really want to talk to or that one question you really want to ask. So I did just add a 15-minute appointment. If you want a more in-depth reading with a lot more details, there's 3 minutes and then 50 minutes, 50.
I made her cry.
As she smiles about it.
No, it's...
My moderator said,
It's-
you made her cry, and I smiled
it's
about it.
happy
But
sad.
yes, it's happy
Yeah, it's happy
tears.
sad.
They're healing. They're healing. Okay. Ginger M. Will I receive work soon? Yes, ma'am. My crew, my boys, will I find happiness? You know, and I'm not being facetious when I say this. Instantly I ask that, and I have the drop in of that you already have. You already have found happiness. It's right there in you. Joy, will life get better for me? Yes, one good choice at a time. I'm hearing one choice. Don't try to turn your life upside down. One choice at a time. Change one thing at a time. Lindsay Terry, 18. Will my son get a baseball scholarship to a District 1 school? Oh, this is big. Hold on. Let me see. Will her son get a scholarship? You know, I'm feeling he will. When I first read that, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to have to break a heart tonight because that is tough. I'm feeling he will. Manifest that. Picture your boy on that field in that uniform.
Keep going. I have one for you.
They're laughing. My moderators, you can't control them. Okay, Shay, will I ever find true love? Yes, ma'am, you will. Leah, will I join the military this year or next? I'm feeling next year. Tap dancing reader. Will me and the guy I'm talking to end up together? I'm feeling that you will. Tia, any changes for me coming up? Oh my goodness. That's too broad. That's like a full reading. There are lots of changes for you coming up. There are a lot of changes coming up. Shelby Weaver. Oh, are you having a boy or a girl? Let's see. Is she having a boy or a girl? Oh gosh. I'm struggling with this. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Are you having twins? No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. Okay, Shelby Weaver. She's pregnant. Is she having a boy or a girl? I'm feeling a boy. I'm feeling a boy.
What?
What?
We're coordinating.
Brown Skin 0181. Will I get a house soon? I'm feeling yes. Nikki Papa. Will my baby be healthy throughout his life? You know, I'm feeling that there's going to be some, not huge health issues. Not huge health issues. Okay, Donna Bridges. Will he stay at his old job or the new plant? New plant. Cindy Lou, will I have any more grandchildren? Yes, ma'am. I'm feeling like one. Galena, will we move to Pennsylvania? Yes. Okay, are they going to move this year? I'm feeling it's going to be next year. Jennifer Lee, 532. Will I reconcile with my mom? You know, I'm feeling you will, but it's never going to be the relationship you want it to. It's going to be one of those that, I'm sorry, I'm hearing the word tolerate. One of those that you tolerate. Jacqueline, will I get a divorce soon? I'm feeling that you are. Callie, will I have another successful pregnancy? Okay, is it going to be soon? I'm feeling another successful pregnancy for you, but I was feeling on the soon, and so that tells me that your soon and my soon are different. So it's going to be a my soon, which is probably longer than yours. So by the end of the year. Not, of course, having the baby too late in the year to have a baby, but, you know, be getting pregnant by the end of the year. Kelly, will I find employment soon? I'm not feeling, it's not going to be real soon. Not real soon on that. But you will find employment, just not real soon. Stephanie, will thyroid biopsies come back okay? Yeah, wait a minute. I'm not feeling that they're going to come back as okay as you want them to be, but you're going to be healthy. There's some things that are going to have to be done, but you're going to be healthy. Taylor Nicole, will I have trouble having a baby? I'm not feeling that. Chelsea, should I take the new role or stay with what I'm doing? I'm feeling staying with what you're doing. And usually I'm all about taking new roles and expanding and growing. But I'm feeling like whatever is being offered to you now is not the one you need to take. It's the one next. Stay where you are, and not this one, but the next one. Take that one. Julena, will my sister recover from addiction? I'm not feeling that not feeling that. A lot of positive energy in that. Katie, will my daughter's dental procedure be successful? Yes. Glory's one. Will I find my future husband soon? I'm feeling you're going to get married, but I'm not feeling that you are going to find your future husband soon. And soon in my book would be in the next 6 months. I'm feeling it's going to be outside of that. Tia Marie or Tamia, will Terrell and I have a baby? Yes, I feel like you will. Ocean Carey. Will I find my true calling? You're going to do a couple of things that don't feed your soul first, and then you're going to find your true calling. But don't feel like those things that don't feed your soul are not part of the plan. They're part of your journey to get you to where you need to go.
I told you I had one that I missed. Or right there.
Okay.
13 Jackson Poe wants to know, does her mom miss her? That's what I was laughing.
Okay, so my daughter who's sitting on the
That's why I was
floor
laughing.
asked, and she's like, I have one that I missed. I'm like, okay, I'm getting all serious. Like, let me get into this question. And she says, 13 Jackson Puck wants to know if her mom misses her. Her mom misses her with every breath she takes. That's my daughter, who is stationed somewhere else and is not around me. Okay, I want to thank everyone for joining me. Apparently I'm not done. Hold the phone. I'm not done.
Chastity. It's Mama Teresa.
Chastity, your Mama Teresa. Okay, Chastity, instantly your mom is stepping up and she's letting me know that
Things about that.
your mom and you were totally into this stuff, like the paranormal, the psychic mediumship stuff. Absolutely into this stuff. Y'all loved it, believed in it.
Yes.
Yes. Your mom is so excited. Oh my goodness. And she was not having it until she got read tonight, let me tell you. She is very much talking about that you have been reading and studying, and that you are just so intrigued, and that yes, you are gifted, and yes, the voice you hear in your head is your mama. And she is very much talking about to trust it,
She said that's so funny.
and that like you've heard her voice in your head a couple of times, and you'll be thinking, is that my mama? Is that my mama? Yes, it's your mama. And you just talk yourself out of it, and you think, no, no, no. And she is talking about that she's around you all the time, and you can feel her on your right side. So when you are sitting still, when you're in the kitchen and you're kind of at the sink or you're cooking,
I hear sweet. I hear sweetheart a lot.
oh, I love that. So for those of you, she said she hears sweetheart a lot. I love that. That's beautiful. And your mom's also talking about that she comes to you on your right side, so you'll feel the energy shift there, and you'll feel like the hair on your neck kind of stand up, and so that is your mom. She's also saying that you would do really well at automatic writing. Automatic writing is, for those of you, if you've ever watched my lives, this comes through at least once in every live. You take a journal and you just kind of sit in quiet meditation. You can take a couple of deep breaths, nothing huge, and write what comes to you. Also, sometimes they will give you symbols. So if you feel the need to kind of draw a symbol, make sure that you're drawing that, because it's all going to mean something. Now, when you're automatic writing, the trick to it is to not judge it. You write it down, and
Well, yes, the first time I ever did it was the week after she passed, and I seen her.
yes, very good. I'm telling you, you're very open to the spirit realm. So make sure you're owning that, stepping into it, develop it some. And a lot of times when I give these classes, I was just talking about, when I say develop it, not everyone. I think in this last round of classes, one person might want to be a medium. The rest of them just wanted to get information for themselves. They wanted to understand the spirit world. They wanted to understand when their relatives were talking to them. And We talked some about protection and if there's dark spirits, what is there to be afraid of? All of that thing. So make sure that you are owning your gift, Miss Chastity, and that you are listening to your mama. Thank you so much for letting me bring her through. She was a joy.
She says she doesn't want to help other people heal.
Very good. When we're done here, just know I will not direct message anyone. You can only through my website, Christy Godwin, Psychic Medium. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight, and y'all have a great week.